force winds or anything like that to come through. Hurricane Nora is supposed to hit us, so we were going to do coin collecting inside. Instead, we are now outside, and we're going to go through some coins, and we're going to use the outside studio here. This is the new setup. Let's see if it works. Appreciate y'all being patient with me as we get this thing going. Changed our locations at the last minute, and this is not going well. Okay, let's bring out our first rolls of coins. Got these from a bank today here in Las Vegas. I'm going to see if this is better for you to see. So this is a roll of nickels, and this is another roll of 2021 uncirculated nickels. We got a bunch of these last time, and so we're not going to do much with these. We're going to leave them unopened. I also, from the bank, and it's real hard to get coins here. Apparently there's a shortage, even though there isn't. This is also a roll of 2001 pennies. It's uncirculated. And another one. So our first few rolls here, lots of uncirculated coins. Then we get to a roll of dimes. We're going to start with this. We're actually going to open it up here. And I'm hoping that with the close-in camera studio here, we'll be able to see, like here, what we look for is the silver along the edge. See if there's anything before 1964 or 64 and before. And then if not, we're going to actually go through the rolls and look for some specific dates. Dates like 1982. 2009. There's a 1996 W dime that's available out there. Sometimes you can find those. They came in sets. People may have cut them out of the sets and put them into circulation. A lot of coins end up in Coinstar, and then they end up at banks eventually and then back into rolls. So far, not finding anything exciting here in the dimes. If you can get rolls at your bank, I recommend that you do. Put them away. Costs you nothing to do that, and then eventually you get a chance to go through them and find something really cool. So 2019's all over the place. We're looking for the 2009s. 2020. There's a real nice 2019. I don't particularly collect dimes that much, except for the 2009s, and of course the 1982s and 83s. There's some dates like 85 and 89, and a few of them 88 from the Philadelphia Mint. They're a little tougher to get. Here's some more coins from that roll. There's no silver in it. Silver also makes a specific sound if you find it. But stick with us. We're going to do some coin collecting here in the car because we're going to go into a casino. We're actually parked at a casino parking lot, and we're going to finish today's coin collecting with going to their machines to cash out some tickets for some coins to see what they have inside there. So it's a coin theme all the way through, with an idea of trying to get some rare dates, maybe some silver. Thank you, Keno Joe. Appreciate you being here. Kind of a different live tonight. We're actually looking forward to some rain, which is not going to happen. There's 1967. Even though it's an older date, they made way too many of them. They're not worth anything other than 10 cents. In super top condition, they would have some values. Some other dates here. We're going to grab a different roll here in a moment as we go through our coins real quick. Silver is the number one thing you're going to find in a roll of dimes, 1964 and before. Then, of course, the couple of dates that I do like to collect. 71 is a good date from the Philadelphia Mint. There's some more uncirculated. It's actually kind of disappointing to get so many uncirculated rolls because you're not going to find any of the older dates in it. So these pennies are all... Oh, here we go. Here's a roll of quarters. Let's go through that. This is another one. You're collecting silver gray hairs. Excellent, dude. You're probably going to be pretty good at that. Gray hairs come along relatively easy. They're easy to find. Here we go. We have a roll of quarters. We'll pull them out a few at a time here. See what we have. A lot of the state quarters. Massachusetts, 1985. Here's a 2015 Homestead. 1995 beat up. That's got no value. Sometimes the banks won't even take them anymore. Nebraska. The state quarters, if you try to put together a set, this is a little bit challenging. Not sure what any of this stuff is. Oh, here's the 2021s that I like. This has got the old George Washington design on it on the front. And then, of course, on the back is the, what is this? This is George crossing the Delaware. So unless we're going to, I'm not sure what the rest of the 2021 quarters are going to look like, but I sure like that they brought him back. There's 2020. Possibly worth putting away 2020 coins just because of the pandemic. But they sure did make a lot of them. I did learn today also there was a nickel supposed to be made from the West Point Mint in 2020 and put in the uncirculated coin sets. But due to the pandemic, they didn't do that. And so those coins, there's about 300,000 that were made in proof condition that are collector coins. But if you can find those in rolls, that'd be really cool. I do have, I think it's about $6 in coin or nickel rolls that someone had wrapped and turned into the bank. So I can't wait to see those. Here's a 1983 Philadelphia Mint coin. Philip, still standing by? I'm sorry, we're over here now. Yeah, if I could actually figure out how YouTube worked, that would be awesome. So I make the thumbnail, but then I can't get onto the live with the thumbnail. So here we are. So 1983 Philadelphia, we're going to set that one aside. That's actually a good collector coin. 83 and 82 Philadelphia. There's another one of those 2021s with the new Washington design. 89. Some of the older Washington designs might have some value someday. No silver in here. You'd hear it. You'd know what it was. That was an Ellis Island quarter we just saw. Georgia, this is one of the early state quarters from 1999. One of the first years of the state quarters. A lot of people put lots of rolls of those away, and now they're starting to make their way back into circulation. Good to have you here, Philip. Sorry about that. Someone let Philip know where we're at. Okay, here we go. Here's a roll of quarters and a couple rolls of nickels from a person who just turned them into the bank. These are fun because it's usually from a sock drawer or a jar or something. And we will see what's in there. Oh, we have a foreign coin. I don't know if you can see it right there, but we have a foreign coin right here in the middle. Sometimes these are fun. Sometimes they're worth more than a nickel. Sometimes they're not. This one, let's see if we can share it with you, is, I don't know. Oop, where'd it go? There's the screen. There's the camera. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's hard to make out. It's one of something. And it looks like it's in a foreign language of some sort. If anyone knows what that is, please let me know if you recognize that coin. I'm pretty excited about it. I like getting foreign coins. Not too many of them because, you know, you want your money's worth. But Morgan dollars. I'm sorry I didn't catch the chat there. I'll come back and take a look here. I apologize. 2021 nickels. There's some silver in the nickels you can find from the 40s. We'll try to find some of those. Show you what they look like. 14, some of the newer design. Of course, the 2009s are the big ones here that we want. Anything 2009 is worth holding on to. Oop, drop that down. 91, 16. Life is Beautiful is here this weekend in Vegas. Would love to collect it in here. You guys are having fun on the chat. Keep it up. 2017, 2006P. 2006 is the first year of this design of the nickel. And I believe they passed a law that Jefferson has to be on the front of the nickel. A lot of Chinese coins in Canada. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen much of that in our circulation here. I do see a lot of pesos down here mixed into rolls of pennies and nickels. Quarters, not so much. They're pretty good about keeping the quarters straight. Up in Alaska, though, the Canadian money circulated at face value when I was there. All right, here's from 2004, the Lewis and Clark commemorative coins for the nickel set. They had commemoratives in 2004 and 2005. This one is the, what do they call this one? The Peace. Their Peace Pipe one. But anyway, this is the Denver 2004. It's one of 4 different designs from 04 and 05. If we find some more, I'll show you. 2006. Here's a 1983 Philadelphia. The complement to the quarter that we found, but look how worn that is on the back there. That could be both from circulation or the die strike. They made so many coins up to then and didn't make any new dies, so they got worn out real quick. There's a bunch of different die varieties from 82 and 83. All right, not a whole lot of cool stuff there that I thought I would find, but we'll keep going. Here's another roll from somebody. Sometimes they'll sneak a foreign coin in each one just to make some money. Maybe that's what's going on here. We'll find out. I don't see any foreign sides here yet. 2019, 2020, a lot of newer stuff. Thank you, Keno Joe. Have fun at work. Check us out later. We'll probably be in the casino somewhere, having to buy tickets to go cash coins out of the machines, which means we'll probably have to play a little Keno to get those. You never know. Right here, cash or crash. This is cash night. Here's 2010. So right after 2009, 2010, again, the economy was really bad back then. And the 2010 D nickel, that's worth holding on to. I'll put that off to the side. It's not going to be a super valuable coin, but it's definitely worth holding on to. 2021s, we got tons of those. I feel like a slot machine here, just kicking out nickels. 74, 20s, 06s again. Nothing super exciting. There's a 2008. They made quite a few of those, not knowing that the economy was going to crash in 2009. What else we got here? Some more pennies and dimes. We'll set the dimes aside. Here in the in-car studio, Las Vegas, some more nickel rolls. My favorites, the nickels, because you can find some really cool stuff in them. We'll go through them relatively quickly here. 19, some newer stuff. Again, it could be older stuff that's been in a sock drawer. It could be newer stuff. It could be someone that actually worked in a casino and just kept all their coins. Who knows what it is. I know I had 25,000 nickels at one point when I was in Texas. Cashed them all in and came out to Vegas. Another 2010, nice. No 2009s yet. There's an 18. 1970, and this one has an S mint mark, which is San Francisco. And this is the last year that San Francisco made a circulating nickel. So they made them up through 1954. And then they didn't make them again until 1968, 69, and 70. And then after that, they did not make any more circulating coins out of San Francisco. You can still find a few of those in circulation, which is neat. Flipping through here, 07s, 08s. Here's a 1978 Philadelphia. The Denver coins were a little tough that year. Bad economy again. It's another 1970. This is the Denver mint one, a different mint mark. I don't know if you can see the difference there. And 18 and 78 and a bunch of different dates. There's really no patterns to these yet, which is cool. We were hoping for some rain tonight. I do see the storm is kind of over the lake right now. May come back in. But we were certainly hoping for some Hurricane Nora moisture here in the Las Vegas area. I heard down in Arizona they got quite a bit of rain. Different parts. All newer stuff here, newer stuff, 19s. So before 2019, the 2009 nickels were easy to spot. You just saw the 9 with that design. You just put them off to the side. But now with the 19s out there, you actually have to look a little bit closer. 93p. Oh, they've got a couple of cool things here. Okay, 93p, a little bit better coin and better condition. But my exciting thing right here is this proof coin. It's from a proof set, a collector set. You can kind of see the frosting on the Jefferson bust there. And on the back, you can see the shininess of the mirror. So these are specially struck coins. And this has got the S mint mark on it. And in 1981, there was 2 varieties of the mint mark. And I can't wait to take a look at this under a microscope and see if it's type 1 or type 2. The type 2 being much more valuable than type 1. However, being circulated, it kind of takes some of the value away of the proof coin. But someone obviously broke open a set and put the money into the circulation. But these are harder to find. So 1981 S nickel. Very excited to find that one because there's still a little bit of a hunt to go along with that. 2020, 16. I just missed a question. I'll try to capture that here in a moment. I apologize. Some other stuff. 08s, 85s, 12. Okay, here's another one of the Lewis and Clark. This is 2000. I'm actually here in Vegas, if that's what you're asking. I can only see half the chat the way that the holder's holding it. This is a 2005 Philadelphia, and this is the Oceans nickel. This is the last in the series. This is when Lewis and Clark got to the Pacific Ocean. You can see the Pacific Ocean. So that's another one of the 4 designs from 04 and 05. We found 2 of them so far. 18, 20, 08, and 17. All right, another roll of nickels coming up here. Exciting times in Las Vegas. It's a very shiny one in the middle of the roll here. We're going to pull it out. 2019. All right, drop that one. 20. Here's a 1973 in decent shape. Let me see if I can capture. Do you know why the $2 is called toonie? Because we Canadians drink too much? Well, there's the loonie for $1, then the toonie for $2. I'm not sure how much Canadians drink, but I will take your word for it. 1976 Philadelphia mint. A little bit tougher coin to find. For people that put together the bicentennial sets, they need those coins. There's a little bit more demand for 76 dated stuff now that we're coming up on the 250th anniversary of our country in 2026. Never thought that would actually come around, or I'd be around to see it. But here we are. 1976, I was in grade school and would be part of the group that was taking out the flags and raising the flags and doing the pipe and not the pipe, the drums and the flutes and all that kind of stuff to celebrate our bicentennial. I'm not sure if it's legal to do that in this country anymore. Anyway, there's a 97 Philadelphia, another good coin to put aside. The 90 Philadelphia ones are good. 1964. How many years ago is 1964? Someone do the math. Has no value as a collector coin. They made so many coins in 1964, and then they kept making them 65, 66, and 67. Because coin collecting was such a hot hobby back then, the government tried to ruin it by overproducing coins. Oh, here's two really cool coins. 1971 Philadelphia. Very low mintage coin, hard to find in good condition. This is a real nice one for circulation. So 1971 Philadelphia. Awesome. And then this one, 1963 Denver. So here you can see on the back is the mint mark for 64 and before, right by the building here, Monticello, I believe it's called, or Monticello, whatever part of the country you're from. But the mint mark is down here on the corner. From 68 forward, it's on the front underneath the date. So those are a couple of cool coins. That 71 has made this entire trip worth it. Another roll of uncirculateds. Got the quarters we'll go through here in a moment. Let me see if there's any more nickels. Pennies are all uncirculated. Dimes are all uncirculated. So in the normal world, that's awesome. Oh, look at this. A roll of dollars. Let's see if we get any loonies or toonies in here. These are the golden dollars. Might get some Susan B. Anthony's. Who knows what's in here. These are presidential dollars. I've never really collected them much. When they first came out, they had some where there was no design or no writing on the edges. The George Washingtons and Thomas Jeffersons, they had some value. Then people started faking them. But these are the golden dollars. And let's see what we got. We got Andrew Johnson, Millard Fillmore, everyone's favorite president. Let's see here. Dollar roll. So I wonder why they never made slot machines for these coins. James Madison, letters on the edge. Here's a 2000 Sacagawea. So Sacagawea in 2000, there's a variety of these dollars. There's a couple different ones. There's the ones where the mint official had signed some coin holders that these are in, and they used them for promotion. Also in a cereal box, I believe it was Cheerios, they released like 5,000 coins that have a special strike on them that have a real good value to them. Here we go, John Tyler. And there's writing on the edge. Here's a 1979 Susan B. Anthony. This year in 79 and 80, they also had circulating S-Mint coins for dollars. And I believe those are actually the last S-Mint coins to circulate, 1979 and 1980. They also made them in 1981 only for collectors. More 2000, 2000. Here we go with the Native American no date dollar coin. And that's because the date's on the side here, and I'm supposed to be able to read that, and I have no idea what the date is on. I think it's 20, well, I don't know what it is. Does anyone know what year this is? So it's the United States of America, Native American, and no date on the front. I'm going to set it off to the side. I know they did that for fun. Here's another one. I have to look them up. Here's 2020, or 2000 again, 2000. Lots of extra zeros. Here's 2001. That was the last year they actually made them for circulation in any quantity. And they used to have some pretty good value, but look how dark and tarnished that one is. So 2002 on, pretty much for collectors only. Another Susan B. Anthony. Now, the Philadelphia Susan B. Anthony has a couple of varieties in 1979. It's got a thick rim and a thin rim, and one of them has a pretty good value. Who was Susan B. Anthony? No relation to Johnny B. Good. Susan B. Anthony was a women's suffrage fighter who got the right to vote for women. Big fighter in America, and we celebrated that with a tiny dollar coin for her. Here's a 1979 in really good condition for being that old from Denver Mint. I'll put that one off to the side. There's another 79. The S mints in 79 and the proof sets have two varieties. Here's one. I think for the circulating coins, just had the one where it's like a blob. It's hard to read. 2000, 2000. Everyone's favorite Rutherford B. Hayes coin. It's a great way to not know who all our presidents were. Have they done this in Canada? Did they do the Prime Minister coins? James Monroe. Here's a 2000p, the Philadelphia from 2000. Pretty good shape. Not worth anything. They made way too many of them. And another 2000. I know I've got one more roll of the dollars in here. They would only give me 2 rolls of dollars, like they're in high demand. Like everyone just can't wait to get these coins. I'm actually going to spend these. This will be my spending money over the next couple of weeks as I try to help out by putting coins back into circulation. Mostly the queen. Yeah, the queen's on everything for the most part, which is really cool. Collect those when you're in Alaska. 2000p, and that one looks different. I'm actually going to set that one aside in case that was one of the cereal box ones. Here's Andrew Johnson. John Quincy Adams, 79 again. Andrew Jackson. There's a 2000p that looks different than the one we just found, so I'm going to put both those together, compare and contrast. Zachary Taylor. Another James Monroe in better condition. Some more Susan B's. There's a 79. Another 79. So hoping to find an 80. 2001. William Henry Harrison. For those of you keeping track of presidents. James Polk. Is this the guy that served like 30 days and then passed away? Not sure. And then, of course, there's some fat presidents. All kinds of stuff in the presidential series. I believe you have to actually pass away to be added to the series. They're not just going to make any former president. Abraham Lincoln. There we go. He's on the penny. He's on the dollar. He's on the $5 bill. Put him off to the side. Madison again. John Adams. And there was John Quincy Adams. Another John Adams. Another 2000p, which I'm going to hold because it looks different again. Another Andrew Jackson. And finally, Jorge Washington. There's the original coin from the set. This one does have the writing on the edges. That's something that if you found them back in the day right out of the bags from the mint without the writing, they had some extra value. Well, coin collecting. Still waiting for the rain. I'm going to pull this up here. You can see what the clouds look like off in the distance there. I'm going to leave this here for a second. Yes, that's the broken windshield. Sorry about that, everybody. Let me clean this up and then